Oh, now we are live. So, hello, YouTube. We are here for another English immersion. My name is Camila. I'm going to be the host from this conversation. I am here with Jonathan, Pedro, Ianca, and Juliano. And just a short explanation before we start the topic here in our conversation, just a short explanation about the platform. So, Talk and Talk is a language conversation platform, and here you can find conversations in English, Spanish, French, Italian, and now we have German. So, if you want to practice a different language, feel free to enjoy this platform. And just to clarify, guys, I'm not a teacher, I am a student as you. And I am here to improve my English too, to improve my English skills and to try to get a good conversation with you. Don't feel afraid about mistakes. This is a safe place when we can talk about just express yourself. No worries about your mistakes. And feel free to enjoy this conversation. I hope you like it, okay? As I said before, we always start with the self-presentation. So I will start with you, Yanka. Ladies first, okay, guys? So Yanka, could you please?
Okay, it's better now. My
Better,
microphone.
better, 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 better.
Yeah, oh great. It was setting stuff in here. So good evening, guys. My name is Bianca. I'm 28. I'm living in São Roque with my family. I have a degree in sociology and anthropology, but nowadays I'm doing my PhD in demography area. And well, I like to discuss about everything. I think not to discuss, like to talk, to have conversation, pleasure conversations about everything, I think, but mainly society, politics, or things that really touch our inside. It's nice to put something outside sometimes. So I like to listen to and to share. But most I think more with my friends and so on. But it's a topic that I really enjoy too.
Great. Thank you, Yanka. Thank you for coming. And how about you, Juliano? Could you please?
Of course. Good evening, guys. My name is Juliano. I am 21 years old. I am science and technology student. I am here in Tok Tok for 7 months, and my hobbies are reading mangas, working out in the gym. I try to go 5 days a week, but nowadays it's a little hard to go 5 days because my college is back. So I need to go to the college every day again because I was in vacation, so I had a lot of time before, but now it's hard.
You are back, right?
Yes, I am always living with sleep, because I
Oh my
am going
gosh.
to I am going to the immersions in the morning
Okay.
and 7 p.m., 8 a.m., and I get home midnight from the college. I
Oh my
need
gosh.
have dinner and after sleep, so I sleep so little. It's hard.
Yes. This remember my time when I was a student at university, but I think I understand, Juliano. Thank you for coming, Juliano. And how about you, Pedro? Could you please introduce yourself?
Of course. Good night, guys. My name is Pedro. I am 25 years old. I'm from Joatuba, a little city near from Belo Horizonte. I am the Talk since 10 months, I believe, 10 or 11 months. And I really appreciate this platform that I can learn from the others. I can discuss different topics and improve my language skills. I believe that is the most important for me.
Nice. Thank you, Pedro. Jonathan, your turn. Could you please introduce yourself?
Okay. Hi guys, good evening. I'm Jonathan. This is my first immersion. I'm 25 years old. I live in São Paulo with my girlfriend, and I work in fixing cell phones.
Great. Are you from São Paulo, Jonathan? Yes, right?
Yeah, here in São Paulo.
Oh, great. Great. Where do you live here in São Paulo?
São Paulo, São Paulo. É na Zona Sul de
The
São Paulo.
capital. Oh, Zona
Yeah.
Sul. Great, great. I am, so I'm gonna introduce myself right now. So my name is Camila, guys. I am 40 years old. I also live in São Paulo. I live in the Tatuapé neighborhood. I've been here in Talk and Talk since April 24. I discovered Talk and Talk through LinkedIn. and I work as an accountant. I work with finance, these things. And that's it, guys. I think we can try to discuss. The topic from today, it's a kind of different that I decide to bring, but I guess is interesting. Why do you think people are so attracted to bargains? Let's start with you, Pedro. Do you want to try to read the question number 2 and answer?
Yes. Why do you think people are so attracted to bargains? I believe like it's a something it happens in our lives because when you saw something like cheap and sometimes we just don't believe like that's true, but when you saw some discount or something similar from that, we are attracted. I don't know why what happens in our brain like to be attracted about that, but in my opinion, I believe like it's an opportunity, and I believe like all humans thinks like when you have a good opportunity, you will enjoy that. So in my opinion, that's the reason. Like you saw some perspective as some opportunity, and you try that. But when something is so much cheap, you have to be desconfiança. I forgot the how I can say that, but in my opinion, is because that's the reason.
Great, great. Maybe it's FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. I don't know. Maybe it's an idea. Let's move on. And how about you, Julian? What do you think about this question number 2? Okay.
Okay, let me think. I think in general, the people really like to buy a lot of things, you know. It's it's a behavior that a lot of people have, you know, nowadays. Buy, buy, buy. And when the people see a discount, you know, they just have more one reason to do it, you know, because the people like to buy, and if have a discount, it's like if had a reason to buy, you know. So I think that's it, you know. You can see in the end of the year we have Black Friday in Brazil, and a lot of people go to buy things, you know, on internet or in the place. So it happens because the people like to buy, and when have discount, the people just think, oh, I I already wanted to buy, so let's go do it now. You know, something like that, I think.
Great, great. Thank you, Juliano. And how about you, Jonathan? Do you have an idea about this question? What do you think?
I think people are attracted to bargains because they love the feeling of saving money.
Mm,
Elas adoram a sensação de economizar dinheiro. Isso faz elas se sentirem bem de alguma forma.
okay,
Ok?
okay, okay. Thank you, Jonathan. And how about you, Yanka?
I think that it's because it was hard to gain that money, you know, so we have to
Oh,
manage
it's
how
like a
to spend that
deserve.
money. Yeah, we have to. My mom called me mão de vaca because I don't like to spend my money in in cheap in an expensive thing. I'm not attached to brands, for example. I remember once my mom gave to me 100 reais and she told me, oh, go in the store and buy one pen. And I went to a second-hand store and I renew my wardrobe. You know, I bought a lot of clothes. So as Juliana said, I like the sensation to not save money, but to multiplicate the power of my money.
Mm,
So I pechincho, I bargain sometime, but because of this, because it was hard to gain this money, and we have to manage how to spend it, I think.
yes, I think this is something nowadays, I guess, is something emotional when we feel something you need, not just nowadays, but I guess you feel like, oh, I need because it's my last time that this is a unique opportunity maybe, and you feel like that, like I can't do it. But I am mão de vaca in my family too. I don't care too much about buying things for myself. But with the others, I like to spend money from them. I don't care too much about the others. But when I need to buy something for me, I don't care too much. And I have a question. This is not here, but I will start with you, Yanka. Do you think when I watched a video about why people buy books that they don't read, and the explanation was about the dopamine. When you buy something, you feel the dopamine, and then you just give up about the book. You just collect. And do you think this is common when you buy something or not? Because I know you are mão de vaca, so I would like to hear if you have this feeling or not.
Yeah, I am one vodka, but as you, with other people, I am more open, but to myself, it's hard sometimes. But I feel that when we paid something with money, physical money, we feel that money going away. But
Yeah.
nowadays, it's so easy to expend money. It's credit card or just approximation or a Pix, or it's so easy that I think it's more easy to do this, to just collect things that you want to use, but it's more easy to release this dopamine in our brain when we do it. Because when we do this with the note, with the money, physical money, it hurts. So it's different to me.
Yes, I agree with you. I suffer. I have some R$ 5 in my wallet for months, and just forget there. But I guess it's like we don't think the credit card will be close one day, and we suffer when the I don't know how to say that fatura comes. But was a good point. Thank you, Ianca. And how about you, Pedro? Do you have this? Do you think this is possible when you buy something and about dopamine? Do you think it's this really happen or not?
I believe like it's a possibility, like the reason of that. But for be honest, I really don't know about that. I remember I participated in a creation of a online course
Mm-hmm.
in the church that I participate, and we saw like some big numbers about like the people that buy the course and didn't see like one video. And
Yeah.
it's a real strange because it's not a cheap course. So but I really don't know if it just relate about the dopamine, but I believe like some people, I include myself about that, we buy something because yeah bargain or some opportunity because it's exclusive, but we just don't have time like the like now. But we buy like thinking, oh, in future I will watch that. In future I will read this book. For example, I had some books that I didn't finish yet, but I stay in my my closet waiting like I have the opportunity to finish them. But the dopamine, I believe, like it's could be some reason for that too, because when you buy a principal in online way, it's like it's just something. It's like I will buy that. I will put my data of my credit card. I have to wait. I have to look in the websites of Correios and the Rastray. That it's like it's a journey.
Yes, I agree. It's like a experience, right? You go and you need to. Yes, I agree. Thank you, Pedro. And how about you, Juliano? Do you think this is relate to dopamine? Do you suffer with that or not?
I think de depends. I like Pedro said, I think have a possibility because it's possible get dopamine in different ways,
Mm,
and happiness, I think it's the most of cases. And when we buy something, we feel happiness, we feel happy. So it's a way to get dopamine.
mhm.
And I think it depends on the person too, because some people uh, get dopamine, for example, just eating sweet, a lot of sweet. candy, something like that. Other people get dopamine playing a lot of games, playing a lot. Other people buying, and other people don't get dopamine so much buying something, So I think it depends on the person. I think each person have your only way to get this dopamine. For example, talking about myself, I don't get a lot of dopamine to buy something, because I usually not buy a lot, I really like to save money too. So my dopamine I can get by games,
Mm.
just I think working out. So I think it depends a lot, you know. So yes, I think buy things can get a lot of dopamine, and for people that have that maybe can feel I don't know a little addiction about this kind of behavior, can feel a lot of dopamine.
Great. You said about save money, and maybe when you save money could be a dopamine feeling when you see the money
Yes,
there. For me, it's
yes,
like that.
yes.
I feel really great when I see my little money growing every day. I feel so happy. So it's a kind of dopamine, but it's the opposite of buying things. You are saving. I guess it's like a interesting point.
Makes
Thank you,
sense too.
Jordan. Yeah, I think. I'm just thinking. I don't know about it, okay? But it's the same feeling, I guess. Thank you, Juliano. And how about you, Jonathan? Do you understand the question? Do you want
Não, não,
that
não
I
entendi. Você
repeat?
pode.
No, no. Não, eu vou explicar em português. Você
Tá,
sabe o que é
beleza.
dopamina? É
Sim,
aquela
sim.
sensação quando você compra alguma coisa de alegria, você sente alegre, né? Você acha que quando você compra alguma coisa, você aproveita uma promoção? Você acha que isso tem a ver com liberação de dopamina no seu corpo? Tipo, nossa, eu preciso comprar isso hoje, porque senão amanhã vai estar mais caro. Você acha que isso é uma liberação de dopamina para você? What do you think? If you wanna try to answer it in English, but if you prefer in Portuguese, feel free, okay?
Ok, ok, ok. Vou falar em português mesmo, tá bom? Eu acho que sim, acho que está super ligado, principalmente se vem com uma data de repente. Isso só vai durar até hoje, sabe? Amanhã não vai estar mais esse valor. Aí já acaba agindo por impulso. Eu sou um pouco colecionador de cursos. Minha mulher cai
Oh,
bastante em cima de mim por causa disso, porque acabo comprando ali na hora da emoção e acaba nas primeiras horas, nos primeiros dias ou até de repente nas primeiras semanas, aquilo está sempre em alta, sabe? Eu acho que vai mudar minha vida. Aí daqui a pouco acaba ficando de lado, mandando de lado, e aí foi um dinheiro gasto que acaba não voltando. Mas na hora da compra, principalmente, nas primeiras horas assim, eu acho que o pico de dopamina que fica mais elevado, né? Fica mais alto.
yeah, yeah, totally agree. Here in the Talk and Talk, we have a English course, and I was watching today a class, and Phil said, if you don't try to do the exercise, this is gonna be another curse in your life. And makes all sense because you're just paying another curse. So I think that's it. Thank you, Jonathan. Let's move on, guys. Let's start with you, Pedro. How do you feel when you find a great deal? Do you think twice, or do you go like, I need to buy this, don't think too much, or do you feel like I don't care, I will lose it? What do you think? Or depends of the great deal?
I believe like depends because we know sometimes we saw some great discount or something that you looking for, like you just waiting for this that happen. But sometimes we just saw something like, oh my gosh, I never thought like to buy that, but it could be an opportunity. But I am the same thing of Yanka, and I agree. Like earn money and gain money is so much difficult. So we have to be more have more reflect about that. So when I saw some good opportunity to buy, a great discount, a great deal, I try to think twice, like, oh, I really need that. And with that, I put on the balance, like, oh, if I buy that, I could, because nowadays I try to save money and I try to just buy on the credit card, like, yeah, something that I really need and will come back like from, I don't know how to say milhas in English, but I'm trying to
Mm.
be to do some strategies from that too. But depends of the case. I believe like for example, I remember when I go out from the university, I bought some of courses because I decided like I will not take a post graduation because it's too much expensive now, but I will buy some courses. But some course that I buy, I didn't saw like all the classes. I don't use it too much, and I believe like if I have to think more, maybe some course that I bought, I will not decide to buy that.
Yes, Udemy platform, I suffer with them because it's so cheaper and I go like, oh, just one. And I forgot later that I bought this course. And maybe English. Before the talk and talk, I was searching for the greatest course ever. And I don't think this will save my life or make me be fluent easier. I don't know. But good point, Pedro. And how about you, Yanka? Be honest, please.
Oh my God. Well, when I find a great deal, usually I delay to buy the things, like many technology. If I need to change my computer, for example, I delay to change and I keep searching, searching, searching. And in some moment will appear a great deal. So it's my moment to do my name. And I will go there and buy the stuff. So I think that because of this, I can not enjoy, but I can not take advantage of this great deal. I don't know how to say that. And usually I try to wait to the Black Friday too, with technology mainly, or something that I'm really waiting for. So I wait for the great deal sometimes.
I am
Yeah.
like you, maybe. I watched some reviews from just to make sure about the products. I watch reviews. I spend months trying or searching. Then I realize, okay, let's try to do it. But I will. This is my mind for months, maybe. I am like you. I try to found something that makes me change my idea. Thank you, Yanka. And how about you, Jonathan? What do you think? We are talking about the question number 4, okay?
Ok. Você pode traduzir de novo para mim, por favor?
A pergunta 4, claro.
Isso.
Como que você se sente quando você encontra um bom negócio, assim? Você vê uma promoção, você fala, caraca, isso aqui, o que que você faz? Assim, eu perguntei para eles se eles pensam duas vezes, se eles, eu vou esperar mais, eu vou pensar, eu vou pesquisar, o que que você costuma fazer?
Tá. Normalmente eu costumo pesquisar nesses sites que faz a comparação de preço, sabe? Tipo Buscapé, coisas assim,
Yeah, yeah.
Zoom, coisas desse tipo. Faço essa comparação, assisto bastante reviews também no YouTube, exemplos como um produto físico, né? Vejo bastante reviews e procuro para ver se aquilo é realmente uma promoção. Faço um filtro de 7 dias, assim, pelo menos no mínimo, para ver quanto estava esse produto antes e quanto estava esse produto agora. Tipo, nesses sites, né, no Zoom, no Buscapé, dá para fazer esse filtro. E aí, de repente, se for uma coisa que eu vejo que vale a pena e que eu estou precisando mesmo, daí eu realmente faço a compra. Se não, aguardo mais um pouco. Aí deixa a dopamina
Great.
baixar e depois compro.
Great. Do you prefer to pay for the price in one time, or you prefer to pay for 10 months, for example? What do you think?
Ah,
Você prefere pagar à vista ou você fala, eu vou parcelar isso aqui
não,
até vai ser
não.
parcela de R$ 10? O que que você...
Não, eu prefiro pagar à vista mesmo. Se for para
Ok,
parcelar valores altos, em até 3 vezes no máximo, para não comprometer mais tempo.
ok. Thank you, Jonathan. And how about you, Juliano? Question number 4, and if you prefer to pay in one time, okay? These two questions for you.
Okay, talking first about number 4, I think Depends. Being honest, I really don't like to spend money, you know. I really like to save money, and maybe this can be the kind of dopamine because you were talking about it, and I think it totally makes sense, you know. I think saving money is a way
Mm-hmm.
to get dopamine too, and I never thought about it before. So this is very good to think. So yeah, sometimes it's necessary, you know, spend money to buy something, you know. And yes, I really like to wait for this great deal because it's the best moment to buy something, you know. Sometimes you can get a big discount. And for people that really like to save money, this is the best thing to do, right? And talk about the second question that you asked to me, pay one time, two time, three times. I was
Yeah.
thinking here, and I really like to pay one time, you know, because I I think I am a little scared of begin, you know, two times, two times, and it become a habit, and I lost myself doing it, you know. I I
Okay.
I'm scared of this kind of situation. So I really like to pay one time, two time, but in moments that I am unemployed, like now, I think it's more smart sometimes due to times or to times, you know, just to don't spend the money that I could save, you know, things
Great.
like that. But when I'm
Great.
working, I try spend pay one time, you know, or two.
Yes. Great. I try to I gonna put here, guys, I was searching how to say pagar em parcelas, and we can say slipped the payments over. I prefer to slip the payments over. This makes me more, I don't know, calm, and I don't feel that I had a big thing to pay. So yeah, I prefer to suffer every month instead of pay in once. But I guess it's depend of the product. And let's move on, guys. I think we have a good question here about regret. Number 6. Do you wanna try to read and answer, Juliano, please?
Yes, let me see number 6. Have you ever regret buying something just because it was on sale? Sales, let me think. I don't think so because a lot of times that I buy something to me, I really like to search, like Jonathan, you know, I like to search in YouTube, see the videos to know more about the product, about the item. So I think most of time I don't regret about my decision, you know, because I really did a research about that, you know, to know more about the product. So most of times I don't regret. I think I maybe regret when after 2 days or 3 days appear other product with a biggest discount and
Oh gosh.
better than the that I bought, you know. So this case I feel very regret. That's it.
Nice. Thank you, Juliano. And how about you, Yanka?
Man, it's the worst sensation when you buy something and the next day it's the worst. My heart hurts. It's so bad. But I have a weakness, food, and to spend
Oh gosh.
money in bad food, it's so sad. I eat like crying, because I have to eat because I bought it. But it's so sad to me. And I like, not I like to spend money on food, but I think that it's in this moment in the supermarket, or I don't like iFood, but mainly supermarket where I spend money easily in this way. These days I bought burritos on Gia supermarket too,
Oh
so
gosh.
and it was
No.
so bad. It was the worst. Yeah, it's that.
Yeah, I agree with you, yeah, because the same. When I ordered something by iFood and that was terrible, I feel like, oh my gosh, I cannot say for them that's not good. Or maybe, I don't know, you get a hamburger and I don't know, the hamburger came burn for yourself. And then of course, I can talk to the restaurant and give them 1 star, I guess. We can have this on iFood, but I think the worst way to spend money when you got these things related to food. I suffer a lot. I suffer with that. And maybe when I try to buy something for me, I take care about the time that I can return the product if I regret. So I always think like Mercado Livre. So I have a 1 month to try and think better about this product. And maybe later I can return the product. So I feel this is on, I don't know, I'm going to testing and I'm going to calm down myself that I already bought this for me. So, and how about you, Jonathan? Thank you, Yanka.
Então, eu também odeio gastar dinheiro com comida ruim. Para mim é o o pior dinheiro que a gente gasta é com comida ruim. Eu fico muito triste. Normalmente eu não tenho muitos problemas em me arrepender de comprar coisas físicas, mas quando tenho, também tem essa questão que salva a gente de uma semaninha, né, de teste, que qualquer coisa você possa devolver. Mas no geral é isso. A pior coisa é gastar dinheiro com comida.
Teve alguma compra que você já fez que você se arrependeu sem ser comida, assim, ó, que estava em promoção, sei lá, um celular, você falou, um computador, não sei, pode ser outro produto. Você fala, esse aqui eu vou comprar porque eu preciso, e depois você viu, nem precisava, nem lembrava que tenho.
Não, aconteceu recente, mas nem foi comigo, foi com minha esposa. Ela comprou um portãozinho aqui para o nosso cachorro não sair, e aí depois ela percebeu que não ia funcionar. Tipo assim, o cachorro, ele é terrível. E aí, provavelmente ele ia destruir o portão. Então a gente chegou, comprou, chegou o produto, mas a gente nem desembalou e vai acabar devolvendo porque não vai segurar ele, sabe? Então ela comprou ali na hora da emoção e depois viu que de repente ia ter que devolver, não tinha jeito.
Yeah, this happens a lot, I guess. With me, this happens a lot, all the time. Thank you, Jonathan. And how about you, Pedro? Have you
So
regret about?
I don't remember example like here about like the price. Sometimes, of course, I buy something and I check like, oh my gosh, now it's cheaper now. But even from that, I believe like something that I regret once, not because the price, but because like because I believe like in karma, because I tried to buy shoes and the specifically I want a white shoes and I put like the all my data from my credit card and the don't pass and I thought like oh my gosh don't pass but I will try again because I like that and I will try again and try again and don't pass again and I said oh I will not buy that but like I believe like is God trying to say don't buy that man don't buy that and I try again and pass it, and and my 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 bounty was complete. But when the the shoes came from me, it's totally different. The size is too much bigger. The color is totally different. But I decided not to change. I decided to stay. But it was so much bad because like you buy something and that's not the same. But sometimes we have to listen to the signs. I believe like it's really important.
I am like you. When I try to pay something and then there's some problem, I give up. Oh no, that's okay, that's okay. I think it's God's sign, something like this. I try to listen this. I totally agree, Pedro. I always feel like this. And I when receive something, these days I receive flowers and I was like, oh my gosh, this is not for me. this is not for me. I talk with the guy, I'm not accepted. And he say, but this is for you. You need to accept it. No, no, I don't. And I asked to the guy, I need to pay. And no, you just need to accept it. I was like, this is not for me. This is not. Everyone here in the condo was like looking at me, accepted this. And arrived here at my home was for me, but the guy was like, my lady, you need to accept this. And I was afraid because nowadays we have some golpes about these flowers, chocolates. And I was, oh my gosh, maybe this is not for me. And it was. So it was a shame situation that I passed just because I was afraid to receive flowers or afraid about the gulp, not about the flowers. Let's move on. We have a question number 8. I guess it's a polemic question, but I guess we can try to discuss about it. Yanka, do you want to try to read and answer that?
Yes. Number 8, do you think companies use the concept of barganha ethically? I don't think so. Actually, in most part of the time, I don't think so, but sometimes I think it's for real. But mainly on Black Friday, everyone knows that promo that isn't a promo, that
Yeah.
someday, some month before they rise the price, and then the Black Friday they lower the price just to. So yeah, everyone have a story like that. So I think that not always they act ethically with bargains, unfortunately.
Yes. I heard today about the cars when they need to sell this for us. They only speak they don't talk anymore about the characteristics of the car. They speak like this car will make you stronger, I don't know, beautiful. They today don't talk about the characteristic of the car. So I think the market is changed. They are trying to put you in a different level buying this car. You're gonna be better. You're gonna be, I don't know, accepted from the society. And this change your mindset because we want to be accepted. We want to be part of a group and we don't care about the characteristic anymore. We just care about the status of get this, you know what I mean? And I think this is not related to ethically because I don't know how to say that because it's common. They are just trying to sell things and we need to be responsible to accept it or not. But I guess this is a game. You need to take a moment and decide what is going on for you, I guess. If you don't pay attention, you go and I don't know, spend money with that. Thank you, Bianca. And how about you, Juliano? What do you think about this question number 8? Okay.
About the question number 8, I agree with Bianca. I think the most of cases it's hard to talk about it because there are a lot of situations that we know that looks like the company are lying to us because sometimes the companies put the price in the high, increase the
Mm-hmm.
price, and after decrease the price, and looks like a discount, but it's not a discount. So it's very hard to talk about it, and it's very hard to know because sometimes we don't. It's not everybody, but some people like to to search a lot about some products, and wait for
Mm-hmm.
the best moment to buy, like we was talking before. But other time just are on internet and well, these have a big discount, but have you don't know because you are not keeping seeing the prices. So it's very hard to know when have a good price or when don't have a good price because a lot of times we don't know. We are just using the internet and we can see something, but it's very hard to know.
Yes, I guess the marketing really knows how to play with us with our mind. This is totally true. This happens with McDonald's for sure about the color. So it's like a psychological thing, I guess, in my opinion. it's hard to avoid this because it's not a rational choice sometimes. It's more than that, I guess. Thank you, Juliano. And how about you, Jonathan? Nós estamos falando da questão 8, tá?
Então, eu concordo com a Ianca também. Eu acho que não só na Black Friday, mas em muitas empresas durante assim o ano todo usam aquela questão que a gente já está acostumado a falar, que é a metade do dobro. Então, eles colocam o valor lá em cima com aquelas cores, né? Vermelhas, que são as cores chamativas, vermelho, amarelo. E aí embaixo eles colocam o suposto preço que seria o de desconto, né? O de agora. Na verdade, quando a gente faz uma pesquisa mais a fundo, a gente vê que essa não era a realidade, né? Inclusive, essas ferramentas de busca servem para ajudar a gente nisso, porque a gente coloca, sei lá, um time ali de 30 dias e a gente vê que aquele preço sempre foi ou ele era mais baixo até do que está no momento atual. Então, eu não concordo assim com isso, né? Mas é o que a gente está acostumado assim a ver aqui no nosso dia a dia mesmo. E aí a gente tem que buscar se proteger, né? Tem essa questão de deixar passar a dopamina para depois comprar e a questões das pesquisas mesmo.
Yeah, I agree. I was searching here, thank you, Jonathan, about I searched, I don't know if this is right. Desodorant is deodorant in English. And when we see the advertisement about 8 hours of security, you be, I don't know, smelling good, and you feel like this is not true. I don't know why this is happen. I think the people need to say this is not right. This is not the real situation about the deodorant. I don't know this correct way to say it. So I guess this happens a lot in our face, and we don't not don't care, but we don't know how to try to avoid this or go for our rights, I guess. Thank you, Jonathan. And how about you, Pedro? What do you think about this question number 8? Okay.
So in my opinion, I believe like it's so hard to like have a good definition. Like if all companies have a ethical way from that, because we know, for example, when you saw a new product came is on the market, first of all, they will come like a high price, and after that, they will decrease. But it's totally normal from the market. But some cars, some kinds of digital products, we saw like too much, uh, so much markets and the advertisement saying like, oh, it's a exclusive promotion that you will just happen is like from you have 8 hours to decide and buy in a exclusive price, but sometimes it just try to influence us like to buy, and that's the capitalism, I believe. Like unfortunately we have to sell, and nowadays I work in a business area and I know how that works. But when I try to sell something, I have to be transparent. I it's something that I tried to be is too much transparent with my clients, like, oh, that had the benefits. Maybe that's not the best option for you. Even I don't have, I just have that, but maybe you don't do a correct choice. I try to be more transparent because if you just sell something like try to promote and gain something if, from other people, your image will be decreased, I believe. So, in my opinion, you have to be more transparent. But in my opinion, the market is like unethical in general. But we
Yeah.
saw some people and some enterprise that they are honest and try to sell that because it's something that helps like the image of the enterprise. Like, oh, this that the enterprise is honest. He saws like he says about like honest and put on practice too.
Yes, I totally agree, Pedro. I totally agree. I think it's nowadays so common. They are trying to show for us a good, I don't know, that our company is really good. You can see everything, but they are trying to sell something for, and I know it's impossible to fight against this. We are in a society. We are part of this, and sometimes we are the product about social media and attention. We became the product from then, so it's harder to discuss this. Thank you, Pedro. I guess we have time for another question. The last question, 13. How has the internet and online shopping influenced our perception of bargains? Let's try. Pedro, your turn.
I believe like all the place, like for example, when we have a more physical place, we saw like yeah, some people saying on the microphone like, "Oh, today we
Oh,
have a promotion. Come in and buy that, etc., etc." Exclusive promotion. You could buy something without juros. I don't know how to say juros in English, but it's something similar. And internet is easier because you have like more content with different products. Because if, for example, if you want to buy a chair, you have before you have to choose some place that sells a chair. But nowadays with internet, with social media, we just say near from your smartphone, and you will receive so much published from chairs and etc. So
yeah.
I believe like bargains in social media with the internet increase a lot because it's a free space. It's easier like to try to manipulate the consumers. So in my opinion, helps a lot like to influence people in this area.
Yes. But nowadays, I guess it's like an open market. You can do everything, I guess. Thank you, Pedro. And how about you, Yanka? What do you think? This not happens to you because you are mão de vaca and you know how to control yourself or not? You fail in some situation.
Sometimes I failed, and I agree with Pedro too. And in this, I see two scenarios. I think in Mercado Libre, for example, I order the something that I am buying from the lowest price to the highest price. To see the
Oh,
lowest price first. But sometimes I think that it's a fake sensation because we can buy that thing that it seems cheap, but when we go to a physical store, sometimes it's cheaper. I don't know why, but happen with something mainly pharmacy stuff. I don't
oh
know.
yeah.
So sometimes I feel that it's a fake bargain. I don't know. But at the same time, on the internet, I feel that I can search more too about the something price that I want to buy. So maybe I keep in these two scenarios sometimes. I don't know.
And I guess you're right. We can try to find a great price, great deal. I think it's common. I go to some libraries and choose the book in front of the people there because I don't want to spend money, right? It's common, I guess. This is the game. I believe in this. And how about you, Jonathan? Last question.
Você pode traduzir para mim para ver se eu entendi direito mesmo?
Sim, você quer tentar me dizer o que você entendeu, só para a gente saber se você está no caminho certo aí?
Tá. De como o conceito de valor ele influencia as decisões de compra.
Não, a gente estava como a internet, como essas compras que você faz online, elas
Ah, tá.
podem te mudar a percepção ali de preço e etc. Porque agora online você consegue ver um monte de promoção, né? O que que você
Sim.
consegue entender assim? Piorou, melhorou?
Eu acho que por agora, assim, piorou bastante. Principalmente na questões de pesquisa. De repente você pesquisa alguma coisa e aí os cookies, ele já te mostra essa
Ah,
coisa em todo canto. Meu, isso me deixa louco. Por exemplo, você pesquisa qualquer coisa, assim no Instagram, alguma página, alguma coisa, e aí de repente tudo que você vai fazer começa a aparecer anúncio sobre aquilo. No Facebook, aí de repente em todas as redes sociais, a sua primeira página do Google já, tipo, aparece, e é muito influenciado, né? Por tudo que a gente pesquisa. Os cookies acho que atrapalha bastante, mas que para pessoas impulsivas e que são assim muito compradoras, isso é gatilho e mais gatilho, né? Atrás de gatilho. Isso só faz a pessoa comprar mais. E aí, se a gente não se policiar e ter um certo controle, a gente vai se endividar e vai comprar tudo. A gente que é acumulador, né, que compra realmente muitas coisas. Então, acho que piorou muito nessa questão.
Good point. You said about triggers, gatilhos. I totally agree with that. They send some triggers for us, and we try to avoid this. Thank you, Jonathan. And how about you, Juliano? What do you think?
About this question, I think nowadays the internet help a lot when we are talk about buy things, you know. I
Mhm.
think it's very good, but on the other hand, like Jonathan said, we are getting a lot of information, and this is a little annoying sometimes, you know, because
Yeah.
sometimes we just want to use the internet, you know, see some video, watch something, and after we see a lot of advertise about the product that we searched before. So it's very bad, you know. I don't like this idea. And sometimes we just talk. Don't do any church. We just talk with our friends or
Yeah.
some people, and when we open the internet, looks there the product that we were talking about. This is very bad too. So yeah, it influences a lot for the people that are so consuming, like Jonathan said. And this is a big problem, I think, nowadays. You know,
Yes, I feel that. Sometimes I can say about a specific sneakers, and then when I open my cell phone, the sneakers there with my number maybe. So it's like so specific sometimes, and I feel frustrated. But thank you, Juliano. So guys, our time is almost over. I share with you the survey link here in the chat. So if you want to share your opinion, it's totally anonymous. I'm gonna speak in Portuguese because it's Jonathan first time, ok? Jonathan, eu coloquei o link aqui da pesquisa, aquele que eu tinha te falado no começo. Você pode colocar sua opinião, se você gostou, se você não gostou. E você pode dar sugestão também de tópicos que você queira falar no futuro, tá bom? Fica despreocupado, é totalmente anônimo. E a gente tem 2 minutinhos antes de terminar. Eu queria saber como é que foi para você a experiência, como é sua primeira imersão. Fica à vontade, assim, se você gostou, se achou difícil, o que que você achou?
Ah, para mim foi muito bom. Embora eu não consiga falar muito ainda, né? Só consegui me apresentar, porque eu treinei bastante antes. Mas eu consegui entender bastante coisa, assim, pegava umas palavras soltas e conseguia, de repente, linkar com outras coisas e conseguia navegar ali para entender mais ou menos o que estava falando. Não achei difícil, para mim foi tranquilo. Foi muito bom também ter você aqui hoje, você não me deixou desconfortável e nenhum de vocês outros me deixaram desconfortável em nenhum momento. Então, eu fiquei bem feliz, foi bem tranquilo. Tava suando aqui antes bastante, achei que ia ser bem mais difícil, mas no geral assim foi muito bom.
Que
Obrigado
bom,
a vocês.
que bom, que bom, Jonathan. Não desista, continua aí no processo que vai dar certo. Continua aí no processo que realmente é um processo constante ali, tá bom?
Tá certo.
Guys, thank you very much for coming. Was a pleasure for me, and I hope see you soon in another time here in the platform, okay? Thank you, guys. See you soon. Thank you,
thank you
Juliano.
guys. Have
Thank
a
you.